Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. This is Bava. We're getting ready to run a Return to Ravnica block draft. That is a Dragon's Maze, Gatecrash, Return to Ravnica booster draft, Swiss. And we're jumping in to this little 8-man boondoggle here. And I already see my first pick, Advent of the Worm. This is an awesome card. We also have screen room here, so let's do something like this, shall we? All right. That should be a little bit easier to see. I'll make some space down here. So Advent is great, and those are colors I'm happy to be in. Other stuff we have in here, Flux Charger, not super exciting. Showstopper is interesting. Actually, I like this Beetle Form Mage. Maze Rusher, probably the worst of the Mazers. Maze Glider, on the other hand, is quite good. There's a Rakdos Guildgate, Runner's Bane, and a couple Cluestones. Maybe that Selesnya Cluestone will wheel back around. But we'll take this worm gladly. What do we have here? Flesh and Blood. Exile a creature, put X+1/+1 counter. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. So you can make a dude big, and then you have a pit fight. But it's not a pit fight, it's better than a pit fight. Just the blood side of this is pretty sweet, and that's in Naya colors. Otherwise, there's a Battering Krasis, not super exciting. Maze Sentinel, he might come back around. Sunspire Gatekeepers, it's going to be hard to get the gates. And a Simic Cluestone. I think I'm going to take the Flesh and Blood here, because I like both parts of it. But even if we just play the blood part of it, it's a pretty nice piece of either removal or burn, if we're planning on having big guys. Trait Doctoring's awful. Maybe the worst rare in the set. We're not interested in a Dimir Cluestone or an Izzet Guildgate at this point. There's a Selesnya Guildgate, which we would happily take, but probably we would prefer the Thrashing Moss Dog for the Scavenge. Tithe Drinker's good, but we've got some really solid cards here right now. So it's between the Moss Dog, really focusing more on green, or the Punish the Enemy, really pushing red a little bit more. That's a tough choice. Punish the Enemy's always going to be great, right? But I'm going to take the Moss Dog. I feel like we want some dudes. Alright, so there's a Gruul Cluestone. That might be our pick, or it could be the Crawl Warrior. Or there's another Punish the Enemy, a Rubble Belt Maka, Smelt Ward Gatekeepers. I'm going to take this Punish the Enemy since I missed the last one. Alright, Species Gorger, Crypt Inclusion, Mutant's Prey. There's an Ortsov Guildgate, Runner's Bane, Sunspire Gatekeepers, or the Viashino First Blade. I don't really want to double down on too many Gatekeepers, but I feel like one Gatekeeper is good here. Hopefully we'll get some more gates. I've prioritized Gatekeepers in the past, and then just not gotten enough gates to make it worthwhile. And you really need quite a few to do what you need to do. Alright, so the Feral Animist I think is a good pick here. We also have this Maze Sentinel coming back around. But I think we want the Animist. Alright, so we don't have a whole lot of cheap drops, but we can probably find some in our Gatecrash and Ravnica packs. So a few things going on here. The Clue Stone's probably a good pick. What does Catch and Release do? Gain control of something. Untap it, it gains haste. Each player sacrifices an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a land, and a planeswalker. I think I would rather have the Clue Stone here since it's in my colors. There's nothing else here that's really super great for us. Alright, so there's another Feral Animist. There's also a Boros Mastiff, another Clue Stone, and a Rebel Belt Maka. So actually some pretty good cards for us here. The Animist goes really well with any sort of pump, but he also needs to be able to get through. I mean, that guy's crazy if you can stick a Madcap skills on him. But who knows? We'll take the Boros Mastiff here over having two Animists because we didn't have any 2-drops. Okay. So Fido Burst, a Maze Rusher, an Ortsov Clue Stone. Well, we'll take the Maze Rusher, I guess. I don't think we'll play it. Mending Touch, regenerate target creature, wake the reflections, populate. I don't think this is very good, but you never know. If we get a lot of populate, we might be glad we took that. Here's a 0/5 Defender, and here's a Maw of the Obsidiot, and there's a Morgue Burst. I think we'll hate the Morgue Burst here. And we'll take the Gruul Clue Stone here. Those are the Clue Stones that we want. We'll take the Mutant's Prey. We'll see if that's going to be playable later. And I guess we'll take the Awe, and the Possession goes in the sideboard. Alright, so here's what we have so far. I'm going to plop the Maze Rusher in my sideboard at the moment. The Awe for the Guilds will go over there. We'll leave those there. Skarg Goliath. Okay, so there's a green bomb, but we also have a ground assault, which is pretty great. Mugging, which is pretty sweet. So these are tough choices. We do have to get up to 7 mana for the Skarg Goliath, but he's just ridiculous if we get there. Ground Assault, on the other hand, is a really good piece of removal, so that's a really tough choice. I think we'll try and be a little bit faster than the Goliath. Oh, is that the right choice? It's really between these two. I like the Mugging, but I'd rather have the Ground Assault. Alright. Yeah, we'll take a Ground Assault here. Treasury Thrall. That guy's fantastic. Interesting. Krasis, Viper. There's a Guild Gate for us in Boros. There's a Greenside Watcher to naturalize for the sideboard. The Wasteland Viper's good. We need the creatures. So let's pick up that Viper. A Gruul Rage Beast. He also costs 7. He's got a stronger impact on the board. So we'll grab him. There's another Wasteland Viper. Here's a Disciple of the Old Ways. And there's a Prophetic Prism. I need to keep getting creatures. We're pretty light right now on creatures. So we'll take the Disciple. Our curve's looking pretty good. So an Ooze Flux. It's a little dirtily. What else do we have really going on? Not much. We're not going to get a whole lot of counters, though. Here's an Ember Beast, which I'm happy taking a 1 of. I think that's what we'll get. Adaptive Snapjaw or Angelic Edict. Okay, I think we want the Snapjaw. Burst of Strength, Prophetic Prism, or a Guild Gate. We'll take the Boros Guild Gate here over these, because that's going to help fix. Bomber Core, or a Naturalize for the sideboard. Sure, let's go with the Bomber Core. Alright, so this is starting to fill out pretty well here, I think. Boros Keyrune, a Foundry Street Denizen, an Armored Transport. We've got Gruul and Selesnya. A little Boros fixing wouldn't be too bad. I feel like maybe another 1-drop would be better. So let's grab that guy. There's another Boros Guild Gate, which we'll take. We have 1 Gatekeeper who would be happy to have Guild Gates. And even just having 2 Guild Gates, I'll play this guy. He's a 2/4. Man, if we can get that Rage Beast, and then the Advent of the Worm. It's in the wrong order mana-wise, but you never know. Alright, so we wouldn't mind some good Scavengers in our Return to Ravnica packs, but we also wouldn't mind some good tokens. We'll see. Mutant Spray probably is not going to make the cut at this point. Mark for Death is an adequate 23rd card sometimes. I don't think he'll make it in here. But a Rebirth. We'll hate the Delusions. I don't think that Blue-Black Mill is a solid strategy or one people are really doing right now, but you never know. Let's bump this Mutant Spray to our sideboard. Primal Visitation. Sky Games. On to our Return to Ravnica pack. So we're sitting pretty good. We had to prioritize creatures a little bit in that pack, but we're filling out the lower end of our curve. We've got 2 1-drops, 3 2-drops, 2 3-drops, 3 4-drops, a 5-drop, and a 7-drop. Okay, so Ash Zealot is a really good card. Pardon my thing there. I'm just curious what Ash Zealot's going for right now. I know it sees play in Standard. I don't think it's that high valued. It's $1. Okay, Rubble Belt Rhino. Ash Zealot is double red, but it does have First Strike and Haste. Rootborn Defenses is one of the better populate cards in my opinion. We've only got the 1 token to populate, so maybe that'll come back around. There is Courser's Accord though. So we get a token and then another token. That could be good. I'm just worried about the double red for the Ash Zealot in a splash. So I think I'll take the Courser's Accord here, actually. Mana Bloom seems really good in this format. We also have Centaur Healer, though, and Karazda Monitor. So I feel like my fixing's pretty good, and I should take the Scavenger. He scavenges for 7, but he's still a 3/3 trampler. So we'll go ahead and pick him up. This new Prov Guildmage is probably going to make someone happy. And that Centaur Healer is good too. But I do like the Scavenge sub-theme here. Alright. So we have an Axebane Guardian. He's an 0/3. I don't have any other defenders really. Electrickery. Keening Apparition might be my best pick here to have a bear that can kill an enchantment. There's also a 5/5 reach trample guy, but he's at the high end. So we'll take the 2-drop here. I think that's good. Security Blockade can be quite good, and it gives us another token. And in our colors, it's better than the other stuff we have here. So I'll grab that. It's actually a really good card. So there's a Fencing Ace, and there's an Armory Guard, and there's a Drudge Beetle. Sluiceway Scorpion is the freakiest scavenger, but he's in black, which we don't want. Fencing Ace has Double Strike, which is cool, but we don't have any way to make him tougher. So I think we'll take the Drudge Beetle here. Volatile Rig. Nobody wants you, huh, Volatile Rig? So we have 3 choices here. We have that. Vandal Blast is actually considerable in this format with all the artifacts people are running to fix. For 5 mana, we can destroy all artifacts. And there's Chorus of Might. I think we want the volatile rig. Because he's pretty funny. Or there's the Chorus of Might. We'll take the Chorus. Instead, I don't know if that's the right choice. That's what we got. There's a Cobble Brute. And there's a Selesnya Sentry. So he's a 3/2 for 3. Not super great, but might be better in the late game. So here's a Slitherhead, and there's a Centaur's Herald. Swift Justice would be a possibility if we didn't have these other two to choose from. So do we take the 1-drop with Scavenge, or do we take the 3/3 Centaur token? We don't have much Populate. We just have Wake the Reflections. I think I'll take the 1-drop Scavenger. Here's the Rootborn defenses. Batterhorn is also a consideration in this format. A lot of it depends on our curve. I don't know if we really want to sit that guy in a 5-drop spot. We're taking the defenses just in case. We'll take the Swift Justice. And I think we'll take the Tablet. We won't play. We'll take the Batterhorn. Take the Trick. There's the Vandal Blast. Hey, the Vandal Blast could come in from the sideboard. It's possible. Tablet's in the sideboard. That island totally going to come in from the sideboard and wreak some havoc. Okay. So, who knows? We've got kind of a bell curve thing going on. What can we consider taking out? Swift Justice, Wake the Reflections, Foundry Street Denizen. I have to be careful about taking out too many creatures, though I do have these that are technically creatures as well. Mastis, Apparition, Bomber Core, Disciple, Beetle, Defenses, Blockades, Sentry, Ember Beast, Animist, Fixing, Gatekeepers, Chorus, Moss Dog, Monitor, Advent, Batterhorn, Punish, Snapjaw, Accord, Rage Beast. Okay, I just need to take out one card actually at this point. What's the Batterhorn for a 5-drop? He's a 4/3, destroy some fixing. He's a little heavy. We're going to run 17 land because we do have 2 pieces of ramp to help us get up there. And our curve's not horrible. We curve up to 4 pretty nicely. Some other stuff going on up here. Corrosive Mite, we're going to need that trample probably at some point. I feel like we take out the batter horn. That actually leaves us with 14 real creatures. That's 15, that's 16, almost 17, and the blockade is kind of 18 creatures. So that number is misleading. And we have blood, even if we don't have flesh. So I wonder if we shouldn't put a singleton swamp in here, just in case. Let's look at our colors. So white and green, not a whole lot of straight red, but some gruel. He goes in the green pile. Like so. And you go in the gruel pile for the most part. And then there's our fixing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 green. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 green. 5, 6. 7 white. 6 red, so mostly green. Singleton black mana, huh? I don't think we're gonna mess with it. A fourth color at all. We're already in 3, so we'll just use this for burn, which is fine. Alright, so we have red. Alright, so we need green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Quite a bit of green mana. We have 2 fixers over here. So let's say we want 8 forests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red. So red and white should be even. We have 1, 2. We have 3 red here, and 1, 2, 3 white here. 2, 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That would still be 18 land. Ground Assault, Canvas, Burn, Punish, Ember Beast. I'm gonna need double green twice, so I don't want to mess with my green. The red, the most part, is a little bit higher than the white on the curve. So maybe we'll go with 6 red sources, 7 white sources, and 10 green sources. Alright, so that's still 9 green sources, which is probably pretty good. And then that's 7 and 7. Let's do that. Okay. So this is where we end up, and it looks pretty good. Let's submit this and see how things go. I'll catch you in round 1.